Today, we're exploring the final battle of the Revolutionary War, the Battle of Yorktown. This one battle between the Redcoats and the Americans, aided by the French, will eventually decide the fate of the war. Could the mistake of one general decide the fate of the battle? This is the Revolution. The year is 1781. General Charles Cornwallis, leader of the British Army, has lost his control in the south and has moved north to a small village known as Yorktown. What was once a tobacco trading point is now the site for his final battle. His army is depleted and lacking in supplies due to the cat-and-mouse chase he played with Nathaniel Greene and his Continental Army, leading to the battle at Guilford Courthouse. Cornwallis now waits for the arrival of Sir Henry Clinton and his British army stationed in New York to aid him and his men. He is fearful that if action isn't taken soon, they should expect the inevitable. However, Clinton assured Cornwallis that his relief army will arrive to aid him. He was in no means in a hurry, as if he was waiting for the opportune moment to make his move.
In New York, Sir Henry Clinton, the overall British commander, takes a patient view of things. It's easy for him, surrounded as he is by all the luxuries the colonies have to offer.
Clinton has 4 houses that he lives in New York. He's living pretty high on the hog, well supplied. Certainly his liquor bill is remarkably high. Found great enjoyment in the arms of Mrs. Badley, who was the wife of a British officer. I would guess it was hard for Clinton to leave New York. It was comfortable, it was loving, at least Mrs. Badley was.
With Admiral Francois Joseph Paul de Grasse and his fleet of 28 ships carrying 3,000 soldiers heading north from the Caribbean up the Atlantic Ocean to Chesapeake Bay, General George Washington makes his move and marches south to Yorktown. Independence was once again within America's reach. On September 5th, de Grasse's fleet arrives at Chesapeake Bay and combats a small British fleet sent to chase him away. The two forces fought for 4 days, resulting in French victory. Cornwallis's need for reinforcements increased, and he again wrote Clinton about the situation. Clinton again assures Cornwallis that his army will arrive in Yorktown to aid his soldiers in time, yet he and his army haven't left New York. As time passes, Cornwallis's faith in Clinton causes him to lose one escape route after another, until he is eventually surrounded. Washington lays out his plan of a full frontal assault on the British. However, Yorktown is heavily fortified, so Washington would lose many men. French General Rochambeau, on the other hand, thinks the best strategy is through long-range cannon and mortar fire. On October 6th, the Americans begin their siege. As they get closer and closer to Yorktown, Cornwallis is unsure how long the British can hold resistance. On October 11th, Cornwallis wrote to Clinton stating to not send troops and risk death for him, for his window is now closed. He cannot hope to win this battle. Clinton, however, never read the letter because he already set sail for Chesapeake Bay. His forces will not arrive in time. Cornwallis then writes a proposal of secession and surrender to Washington, who accepts the proposal. On October 19, 1781, 7,000 British soldiers marched out of Yorktown and surrendered to George Washington. Cornwallis was so humiliated that he could not surrender to Washington in person, and Clinton couldn't come to terms with how he could have let this happen. As the Revolutionary War dwindles down, George Washington, as well as the many individuals who fought alongside him, now wonders the great cost for independence and liberty.
want some tags. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm hunting, looking for a come up. This is fucking awesome.